If you thought that yesterday was exciting, well, boys and sisters, I have something even more beautiful, insane price action, price projection that we are actually just looking at for the first time that perfectly coincide with all of these patterns that we've been following for months on this weekly chart. A mega boost. We have been talking about the massive candle. We got a really good candle. We got a nice bullish engulfing yesterday. But guys, we are talking about a massive, massive candle. We're talking about a candle this size, and I'm going to tell you why that's coming, and also what that would mean for Bitcoin is that bull mode is activated. Bye-bye lower prices, bye-bye 2 and 3K predictions, because guys, this would be, in my opinion, the perfect setup. If you've been following the channel, you guys know that these lines have held true, and you have every reason in the world to be excited if this actually is confirmed. Day six is beginning now. Let's get into it. Wow, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode on this Thursday, December 19th, 2019. Today, I could not be more excited to bring to you some data that on the weekly is absolutely mind-melting. This data will make your trousers more moist than myself when I discovered that it was normal for boys to play with dolls. Action figures, dolls, what is the difference? Guys, I cannot wait to get into this data with you today. In fact, we have so many exciting things to cover that I kind of want to just jump into it. Let's leave the jokes to the side and jump into this beautiful data because the weekly chart is absolutely prime to explode. It could be juicier than a very juicy fruit, in fact. Even juicy fruit, the bubblegum. So guys, before we jump into it, if you guys are new, we have a little less than 2 weeks until we give away this treasure on the channel. All you have to do is leave a comment below. As well, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on likes, hit the post notifications, and ding that bell. And guys, thank you so much for joining me. In fact, my last announcement of the video is that I finally got my own physical Bitcoin. It is absolutely valueless in terms of currency, but it holds a special place in my heart. I created it myself out of my own skin and bones. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Without any further ado, let's jump into this, guys. And now I want to start off in the daily chart and actually look on the smaller time frames to show you exactly what's happened in the last 24 hours because it's been truly beautiful, truly a work of science and magic. But the real treat of this video is going to be on the weekly chart. And you might be saying, Tyler, you usually don't spend too much time on the weekly chart. Guys, the data we discovered here today is absolutely one of the best things we've ever discovered. I actually only ate 3 of my hot dogs that my mom made me for dinner tonight because I was so excited to get onto this video that I couldn't eat the other 6 hot dogs that she made for me, specifically full-size hot dogs. You guys don't even know how big my appetite is sometimes. Wow, gotta love the tubes. Let's get into the data today. Here we go. So something beautiful that you have to take a look at on these charts, guys. This is what we're gonna start with. You see, today, after yesterday's extremely confirmed bullish engulfing candle on the daily chart. Look at this. Look at this thing of beauty right here. This complete bullish engulfing, completely engulfed not only this candle, but the last 5 daily candles. Absolutely insane. Also, the exact price of the bottom of this falling wedge to not only the top of the falling wedge, it actually broke out of the top of the falling wedge and went all the way to the top of the golden pocket, which is also coincidentally extremely important because it's the bottom of this market structural trend line, as well as right on the 21-day moving average. So many things going on right here, guys. This is one of the most exciting setups in crypto, why it could be the most bullish setup and one of the most bullish breakouts we might ever see in our entire lives. It is absolutely, truly beautiful. I cannot thank you enough for being here for this moment, for following and tracking these patterns. It is absolutely astounding. So besides all of those crazy patterns, in this giant engulfing candle we had yesterday, what's going on today? Okay, that's a key thing we need to look at, guys. What is going on today? Well, we had this candle so far. It's going to close most likely in this golden pocket, but it did as well start at the top of the middle of this descending channel. Okay, guys, the descending channel we've been talking about for a long time now. I can actually zoom out and get the whole thing in there, give you guys a good picture. This giant descending channel or giant bull flag, whatever you want to call it. We've been following it for months now. So it touched the top of the middle of it, and it bounced all the way down to the bottom of the middle, so those 2 lines there. And also, key thing to look at here, the Fibonacci retracements. It touched at the bottom of the golden pocket, the 0.68, and it actually bounced in between that and the 0.65, guys. Absolutely astounding. So this is prime. And out of the options that we talked about in yesterday's video, this is the most bullish in fact, and I cannot wait to share with you why. Okay, cannot wait to share with you why. So on this channel, you guys know we factor in a lot of data. As you can see, we have about 6 to 7 different pure prime indicators all on the screen. I actually talked a little bit about, like the market structure line, the top of this middle of the descending channel, the 21 moving average, the golden pocket, the 0.618, 0.65. That's what it's a part of, this falling wedge as well. So guys, we factor in a lot of data for this analysis. It's absolutely insane, but we have something that we need to take into account that is absolutely astounding and bullish, and that's what we're talking about on the weekly chart. That's what we mentioned at the beginning of the video, the really exciting stuff, and it is a new factor point in this data set that we need to share with you today. So without any further ado, let's unwrap, let's take off the band-aid really slow and show you guys exactly what we are looking for and looking at. So what we see right now is absolutely crucial. We are coming to the end of this falling wedge, okay? You can see it on the weekly, but we have a very key thing that is primed to happen. We have two options. Both of them are actually insane in terms of the amount of data that support both of them. But what is more exciting is that the better option, the bullish option, is very extreme for one reason alone. If this bullish option would come to fruition, okay, if that would happen, then it would absolutely set Bitcoin and crypto into full bull mode. Say bye-bye to 2, 3, 4K predictions. Say bye-bye to all of that. It is absolutely gone and done in the past, okay? If this would happen. And now I cannot wait to actually show you guys what exactly I'm talking about here. So we'll start off with the less exciting one and the less bullish, actually less bullish option. We talked about this a few days ago. But so the 0.786 that we have right here, guys, 0.786 that we have right here, the 0.786 that we have right here, guys, this blue line right here, exactly also comes to this 200 weekly moving average right here. They're actually perfectly confluent and aligned perfectly with each other right now, guys. Absolutely insane to see that. So worst case scenario we were talking about would be breaking out of the bottom of this descending channel right here and coming down to this area, and that would make an insane mega bounce. But again, the downside to that is that the period, the time that would take would prolong this a little bit. We think that would extend the downside for a few more weeks. It could even push it out a little longer, but it would make a bounce insane and extremely bullish, okay? So even if that would happen, we'll zoom out so you can get a better picture of that. Even if that would happen, that would be a very bullish setup in our opinions here, okay? A giant bounce here, and again, that could make it prolonged, okay? But the bounce would be absolutely spectacular. And we talked about it a little in the videos in the past, but guys, this is where the exciting stuff comes in, and a new bullish signal has definitely arrived for us here. So here, this is what we're talking about. We have the most crucial line on the weekly chart, in my opinion, the 21-week moving average. This line that I'm highlighting right here, guys. Okay, you see this light blue, maybe even tealish turquoise line you see right here? That line is absolutely crucial for maintaining a bull market. Okay, guys, I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with this, but you can see once we had that breakout back at the beginning of 2019, out of the 21 weekly moving average right here, you can see this candle absolutely exploded it. After that, guys, this is the line here. You can see all of this above it, insanely bullish until we got that descending triangle pattern right here that eventually broke down and began the beginning of this descending channel that we're still currently in. But guys, we think that it is spring loaded right here, and we are getting ready for the candle that we've been talking about for weeks. We did get a nice candle yesterday, but we're talking about a candle just like we got back here in April, May, and March back here, okay? A giant candle, $1,000, $2,000 candle, okay? We're talking about a $2,000 candle most likely here because of all of the price action that has been consolidating for the past 7 months. We think it is absolutely prime, and the fact we're below the most key, in my opinion, the bottom of this market structure line right here, guys, okay? So we think that we're going to get soon, if this pattern continues to hold, and this is very important for the weekly, we're coming up on the end of the week here, which is very important for the close here. We think this indecisive candle, you could say right here, weekly candle, if this is able to break out, again, it has to maintain support right above here where we're talking about on the daily charts. It's much easier to show that kind of stuff on the daily, so that's why we start off there. So with everything on the daily that I mentioned previous in the video, if we're able to do that and only break out to 8,300, only $1,000 where we sit at the time of making this video, less than $1,000 than it was yesterday during that pump, at the height of the pump yesterday. If it is able to hold 83, close on the weekly, hold that, we absolutely believe that that will be the beginning, okay? Let me zoom out so you guys can really get a good picture of this. The beginning of the bull mode, guys. It will be absolutely historic, and it'll be an insane pump. We think it'll be much bigger, or even about the same in terms of percentage gains of what we saw at the end of 2018 leading into the beginning of 2019. Really, April, it blasted off. This move we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollar gains, 4,000 to 14. It's actually 3,000 to 14,000. And we're expecting to see that here, guys. And that's, again, the most bullish case. We talked about this being a scenario as well. That would be a slightly different thing. We have to wait and see if that plays out. But guys, in the most bullish scenario here, this is most bullish. So guys, keep in mind, this is 100% hype mode, okay? It's not guaranteed at all. But looking at these patterns, that is telling us a lot. And we're seeing if we can get continued support where we are on the daily, again, this is the weekly, what we showed earlier on the daily support there, able to break only another $1,000 up to this area here. Once that is confirmed, guys, 100%, we think this is the beginning of absolute bull mode. Say bye-bye to those negative prices. Say bye-bye to those negative prices. And guys, I just want to show you this as well. This is what we're thinking we're going to see, okay? A candle similar to this. Not necessarily this entire rally exactly like this, but at least one massive candle that absolutely shatters this blue, teal, turquoise line, 21 weekly moving average, and absolutely gets this kick started. So guys, if you don't think that's exciting, you really need to take a look and deep dive into these charts, because I'll tell you why that's so significant. Because that literally means that this channel, this pattern, that is the breakout we've been looking for. You know, it would make sense breaking out of the falling wedge. It would make sense of falling out of this massive descending channel. Makes sense even if this was a massive bull flag. Those are all bullish patterns. And that is what we're waiting. We need that massive green candle. We got a really good green candle yesterday as predicted. But this is the big daddy of all candles that we've been waiting for. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's just action-packed, full of data, full of things that I hope just absolutely blew your mind. Make sure to take care of yourself, guys. If you're new to the channel, definitely make sure to check out the links in the bio. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next amazing update.